Hello fam, Phương Anh xin chào các bạn đã trở lại với kênh YouTube của Phương Anh cũng như là my personal page on Facebook. One more time, cái video này sẽ được làm về cái phần phỏng vấn việc làm cho ngành hàng hải, Maritime English for Job Interview. Phương Anh cũng hy vọng rằng các bạn kiên nhẫn theo dõi và nếu như có muốn đóng góp gì thì đừng có quên bỏ xuống comment ở bên dưới. Nhưng mà Phương Anh rất thật sự là hy vọng cái video này sẽ giúp ích cho các bạn đang trong ngành hàng hải hoặc đang trong quá trình học. Tại vì Phương Anh không phải trong ngành hàng hải cho nên nhiều khi có thiếu sót gì các bạn nhớ chỉ ra cho Phương Anh biết để lần sau Phương Anh có cải thiện tốt hơn. Alright, let's get into it. Questions number 1. How many security level on board? What are they? How many security on board and what are they? So according to ISPS code has set 3 security levels. Là 3 tầng an ninh level. Level 1 normal, bình thường. Level 1 normal. The level at which ships and port facilities normally operate. The level at which ships and port facilities normally operate. Level 2 heightened. Có nguy cơ. Level 2 heightened. The level applying for as long as there is a heightened risk of a security incident. The level applying for as long as there is a heightened risk of a security incident. Level 3 exceptional. The level applying for the period of time, chỉ có một khoảng thời gian thôi. The level applying for the period of time when there is probable, có thể, or imminent risk of a security incident. The level applying for the period of time when there is probable or imminent risk of security incident. Câu số 2, question number 2. What is a safe oxygen percentage range for people working in enclosed, chỗ đóng, chỗ kín, space? What is a safe oxygen percentage range for people working in enclosed place or space? The acceptable range of oxygen in an enclosed space is between 19.5% to 23.55%. Oxygen can reduce due to rusting of steel parts. We all know that rusting is the process of oxidation, quá trình oxy hóa. Thus, oxygen is consumed, vì vậy oxy bị tiêu thụ. Oxygen can also be consumed by activities like hot work, welding, or due to the occurrence of fire. Câu tiếp theo. What is PPE? Tell me some name of PPE. PPE stands for Personal Protective Equipment. Personal Protective Equipment. There are 10 main PPE used on ship. Number 1, protective clothing. Number 2, helmet. Number 3, safety shoes. Safety shoes. Number 4, safety hand gloves. Safety hand gloves. Number 5, goggles. Goggles. Number 6, earmuff. Earmuff. Hoặc là earplugs. Earplugs. Safety harness. Safety harness. Mấy cái dây chằng, mấy cái dây mà buộc vào người mình để cho giữ an toàn. Face mask. Face mask. Chemical suits. Chemical suits. Welding shields. Welding shields. Ok, câu tiếp theo này. When the ship arriving at port, which document do you prepare for master? When the ship arriving at port, which document do you prepare for master? Ok, trả lời. When the ship is arriving at port, third officer should have documents for immigration, custom, quarantine, port state. Immigration, custom, quarantine, port state. So, for quarantine facility, number 1, crew list. Number 2, passenger list. Number 3, derating certificate hay là derating exemption certificate. Number 4, vaccination book. Vaccination book. Number 5, certificate health. Certificate of health. Certificate of health. Number 6, voyage memo hay là 10 ports of calls. Voyage memo hay là 10 ports of call. Để for port facility, you should have crew list, declarations of arrival, declaration of arrival hay là arrival report. Rồi, for immigration facility, you should have crew list, seaman passport, seaman passport. Qua câu tiếp theo. Besides the navigations and cargo operations watch, third officer must responsible for third officer must be responsible for LSA and FFE equipment on board. How often and what to do or what you do inspect. What do you inspect the lifeboat? Cái câu này là Phương Anh copy ở trong cái bản của một số bạn ra, cho nên Phương Anh không biết cái câu hỏi này hình như là đặt không đúng. How often and what do you do to inspect the lifeboat? How often and what do you do to inspect the lifeboat? Tí nữa Phương Anh sẽ sửa lại. Alright, so trả lời. I usually inspect and test the important part of the lifeboat on a weekly basis. Weekly basis. I usually inspect and test the important part of the lifeboat on a weekly basis. Dấu chấm số 2. I would check these following items. Attachment of the hull, lifeline, handrail, conditions of the rudder, fuel oil tanks, and so on. So I would check these following items: attachment to the hull, lifeline, handrail, conditions of the rudder, fuel oil tank, and so on. Dấu chấm số 3. When finished, I will record. Cái chỗ này là record nha. Record là ghi chép lại. Còn khi mà nó là danh từ là record. Thì cái này nó là when finished, I will record the process into the logbook. Mình qua câu tiếp theo. Fire protections hay là fire fighting appliances, FFA. So, fire protections, firefighting appliances. Number 1, weekly testing and inspection. Breathing apparatus, cylinder, escape way, emergency fire pump. Weekly testing and inspection. Breathing apparatus, cylinder, escape way, emergency fire pump. Number 2, monthly testing and inspection. Monthly testing and inspection. Fire control plan, EEDB. Firefighters outfits. Portable fire extinguisher. Water supply system. Fire detection and alarm system. Sample extraction smoke detection system, if fitted hay là if available. Fixed fire extinguishing system. Paint store water spray system. Fire blanket. Okay, mình qua phần tiếp theo của cái câu này. Number 3, quarterly testing and inspection. Quarterly testing and inspection, tức là mỗi 3 tháng. International shore connection. Lockers providing storage for firefighting equipment. All fire doors and fire dampers. CO2 bottle connection. Quarterly testing and inspection. International shore connection. Lockers providing storage for firefighting equipment. All fire doors and fire dampers. CO2 bottle connection. Number 4, annual testing and inspection. Annual testing and inspection. Fixed gas fire extinguishing system. Emergency shutdown of fuel supply quick closing valve. Emergency shutdown of fuel supply quick closing valve. Emergency push button hay là button, ABC. Number 5, 2 years and over. Refer to previous record. CO2 cylinder wafting. Cái này là cái động từ wafting. CO2 cylinder wafting. Number 6, ship specifics of appliances. Refer to previous record. Ok, mình qua câu tiếp theo là cái phần life saving appliances, LSA. Life saving appliances. Number 1, weekly testing and inspection. Per Solas Chapter 3 Regulation 20.6. Weekly testing and inspection. Solas Chapter 3 Regulations 20.6. Number 1, lifeboat, rescue boat, launching appliances, unload release gear, life rafts. Number 2, lifeboat, rescue boat, engine teat, at least 3 minutes or marker instructions. Gearbox train. Number 3, moving tests from their stow positions without any person on board for lifeboats or rescue boats. Moving tests from their stow positions without any person on board for lifeboats and rescue boats. Number 4, general emergency alarm test. General emergency alarm test. Number 5, Operations instructions for lifeboat, life raft, and launching control. Operations instruction for lifeboat, life raft, and launching control. Number 6, emergency illuminations light. Emergency illumination light. Alright, theo phần số 2 là monthly testing and inspection. Monthly testing and inspection per SOLA Chapter 3 Regulation 20.7. Number 1, turn out from their stow positions without any person on board. Turn out from their stow position without any person on board. Number 2, equipment of lifeboat, rescue boat. Number 3, embarkation, launching and recovery arrangements of lifeboat, rescue boat. Embarkation, launching and recovery arrangement of lifeboat, rescue boat. Radio, number 4, radio, personal and other life savings appliance. Radio, personal and other life savings appliance. Câu hỏi tiếp. When the ships depart from port, what preparation shall the master do? When the ship depart là xuất cảnh from port, what preparation shall the master do? Number 1, he shall make various principal calculations such as the tide, current, and the time of sunrise, sunset, and that are necessary for securing safety during port and or departure. He shall make various calculations. He shall make various principal calculations such as tide, current, the time of sunrise, sunset, that are necessary for securing safety during port entry or departure. 2, check to see the disembarkations of visitors and the disembarkations of supernumeraries in accordance with the safety management book or management record. Supernumeraries, so you in accordance with the safety management records. Number 3, make sure the deck crews are on board. Number 4, prepare and check signal flags. What is general alarm? The general emergency alarm on the ship is recognized by 7 short ringing of the bell, followed by a long ring, or using the ship horn signal of 7 short blasts, followed by 1 long blast. So the general emergency alarm on the ship is recognized by 7 short ringings of the bells, followed by a long ring, or using the ship horn signal of 7 short blasts, followed by a long blast. So the general alarm is to make sure or to make aware the crew on board that an emergency has occurred, such as fire, collision, grounding, or a scenario which can lead to abandoning ship. To make aware là để cho biết đó, để báo động cho biết. Once the general alarm signal activated là được phát động lên, every ship crew must follow the instruction and duties list in the master list and proceed là đi tiếp, proceed to the designated muster station. Once the general alarm signal activated, every ship crew must follow the instruction and duty list in the muster list and proceed to the designated muster station. The firefighting alarm. The fire alarm signal on board is sounded as the liên tiếp, continuous ringing of the ship electrical bell or continuous sounding of a ship horn, cái còi tàu. The fire alarm signal on board is sounded as the continuous ringing of ship electrical bell or continuous sounding of the ship's horn. Okay. Whenever there is a fire detected on the vessel by its crew, he or she should raise the alarm signal on board by pressing the nearest fire switch or by loudly and continuously shouting fire, fire, fire. Continuously shouting là la lớn lên. Okay, and once the master decides for the dismissal là chấm dứt rồi á, the dismissal of the crew from fire stations, the general alarm will be sounded 3 times, followed by 3 short blasts of the ship whistle. Cái này đồng nghĩa với lại cái ship horn. Alright, man overboard alarm hay là mob alarm. The mob alarm sound signal comprised of vessel's internal alarm bell for 3 long rings to notify the crew on board, along with 3 long blasts on ship whistle to inform the other ships in the nearby vicinity. A man overboard signal comprising of light and smoke can also be mounted in the bridge, attached to the side of the lifebuoy, which means thrown in the water will emit smoke and light to draw the attention of the ship crew or other ship around the vicinity. Câu hỏi tiếp theo. What is ETA or ETD? ETA is stand for estimated hay là expected time of arrival. Estimated time of arrival là cái thời gian của cái tàu tới. ETD is estimated time of departure. Departure tức là khởi hành. If there are some persons come on board, what do you do if you are gangway watchman? If there are some person come on board, what do you do if you are gangway watchman? Cái này các bạn đừng có chấm điểm grammar của Phương Anh nhé, tại vì cái này Phương Anh copy lại á. Phương Anh không có sửa gì hết. Bullet number 1. No one is to be permitted on to board. No one is to be permitted là cho phép to board without presentation of a valid government issue photo ID. No one is permitted to be bored without presentations of a valid government-issued photo ID. Bullet number 2. All person boarding and leaving the ship must produce the appropriate identification document. All person must sign the lock on and off the boat legibly and in ink. All person boarding and leaving the ship must produce the appropriate identification document. All person must sign the lock on and off the boat legibly and in ink. Bullet number 3. Contractors and visitors will be issued a visitor's badge cái bảng tên that must be worn when on the vessel. If a visitor escort is required, the visitor will remain or must remain in the embarkations area until the escort or ship's crew take them away. Alright, câu tiếp theo. When you are steering, what would be your priority? When you are steering, what would be your priority? Priority là cái gì quan trọng nhất á. Bullet number 1, điểm số 1. I ensure to keep my eyes at the helm at all time and follow the instructions of the on-duty officer. Bullet number 2. If I cannot understand the officer's order, I will ask for clarification. Number 3. When I find something unusual or beyond my understanding, I will report to on-duty officer or the master. That was it. We are finished. Okay, so phần vừa rồi cũng như là phần kết thúc cái video số 3 Phương Anh làm phỏng vấn công việc làm cho ngành hàng hải. Còn một phần nữa Phương Anh rất là còn do dự muốn làm hay không, tức là cái phần mà correct, phần mà collision, prevention collision á, với lại cái phần model, mấy cái chapter annex chapter. Nếu mà các bạn muốn Phương Anh tiếp tục làm video hay là thấy cần thiết mà muốn Phương Anh làm video về hai cái phần đó thì nhớ đừng quên comment bên dưới. Alright, I thank you guys for watching and I will see you guys in the next video. Love y'all. Thank you for your support. Bye.